we're going to be multiplying and dividing rational expressions. A rational expression is a fraction that happens to have variables involved. So the first thing, one of the most important things that you need to know about rational expressions is that in order to multiply and divide them, you must factor. So let's get an example here. Now, once you factor them, these are actually quite easy. Oops, I'm sorry, I'm going to use x's. X squared. All right, so if I'm looking at this rational expression, I look at my first fraction, and the top can't be factored, but the bottom is a difference of two perfect squares. So I can actually factor that as x minus 2, x plus 2. And this one has an x plus 2 on top, which I just put that in parentheses, even though the fraction bar was grouping it, just to make sure that we're clear. All right, now the good thing about rational expressions is once I have factored them, I can cancel before I multiply. So before I actually do any more math, I can go ahead and cancel those things on top that are like things on bottom. So I have an x plus 2 down here, and an x plus 2 up here. Those things would actually become 1, so I do what we call canceling it, even though we're technically not canceling. I can do that with these x squareds also. And 5 and 10, if that was the fraction 5/10, it would reduce to 1/2. So I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. Now I can multiply. I'm going to multiply across the top. It looks like there's nothing here, but remember, these actually became 1. So I actually have a 1 on top. And I just multiply across the bottom, it would give me 2 times x minus 2. You can leave your answer like that, or you can distribute and get 2x minus 4. So that's how you would multiply a rational expression. Let's try another one, one that might factor a little bit differently. So let's see, this time I'm going to have a trinomial on top. So x squared minus 5x minus 24 over x plus 1 times x squared minus 6x minus 7 over x plus 3. Now I'm going to factor anything I see that can factor. So my first fraction, the trinomial factors, is x minus 8, x plus 3 over x plus 1. And this factors as x minus 7, x plus 1 over x plus 3. And now I'm going to, anything that is on top and on bottom, I can cancel those or they become 1. So my x plus 3s are gone and my x plus 1s are also gone. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply, and that would give me x minus 8 times x minus 7 over 1. Which then I can FOIL that out. That would be x squared minus 15x plus 56, or I could leave it like that as two binomials that need to be multiplied. So that's how you multiply rational expressions. So let's try a little division. Now division is basically multiplying because remember, we keep, switch, flip. So let's look at an example. X squared plus 2x over 6x divided by x squared minus 4 over 3x squared. Now, I can keep, switch, flip. Keep, switch, flip. Remember, that's how you divide fractions. So I'm going to keep this first fraction the same, switch the sign to multiplication, and flip the second fraction over. And now it's just a multiplication problem like we were just doing. So now I just need to factor anything that will factor. My first fraction has a GCF on top of x. So I factor that out and end up with x times x plus 2 and a 6x on bottom. And this bottom denominator of the second fraction factors, it's a difference of two squares. So it factors as x plus 2x minus 2. And now we can cancel any like factors if there's one on top and one on bottom. So my x plus 2's cancel. I have an x here that'll cancel with this x. And then 3 and 6, well, that would be 1/2, so I'll go ahead and do that as well. So it looks like I have an x squared on top and a 2 times x minus 2 on bottom. I could distribute out that 2 if I like to 2x minus 4. And that's it. So when you keep, switch, flip, you end up with just another multiplication problem. Let's do one more just for practice. So now I've got x squared plus 19x plus 84. That's a trinomial that will factor. Now, if you're not real sure of all your factors of 84, don't forget we have a little trick that we can use on our calculator to find our factors. I can plug 84 in my calculator, 84 divided by x in my calculator, and then I go to the table and I'm going to change my table setting back to auto. So when I go back to the table, I am looking for two factors that would combine to give me 19. So I can just scroll the table till I find them. And there they are, 7 and 12. So this first trinomial factors is x plus 7 and x plus 12. The denominator has a GCF of 4, and that would leave me x minus 1. This one, the numerator has a GCF of 2. If I factor that out, I get an x minus 1. And this would factor as x plus 7, x plus 2. So really the trick to these is knowing how to factor. Now I'm going to cancel my x plus 7s and my x minus 1s. And that looks like everything that will cancel, so I'm going to just multiply across. So I have 2x plus 12 over 4 times x plus 2. Oh, I missed this, but when I wrote it down, I see 2/4 actually simplifies. So I can reduce that, or simplify, to 1 over 2, x plus 12, and x plus 2 on bottom. And you can distribute, so you'd end up with x plus 12 and 2x plus 4 on bottom. And that's your final answer. You can see that. And that's how you multiply and divide rational expressions.